Hi everyone, my name is Vaishali and I'm here to tell you a story. This story is specially for my little ones because I love telling stories to all of you. I miss meeting you all. I miss sitting with you all and telling you the stories. But I thought, why not reach you through this little video? Small videos with little stories for all of you. Tell me, it's summer, isn't it? Have you all started eating mangoes? I love mangoes. And ever since I was a little kid, I used to enjoy eating mangoes. My mother would actually pick up a pyri mango, which is a different type of mango, and she would put it in the fridge for me. And you know what I would do? I would actually, when it would get nice and cold, I would open the top, squeeze the mango, make it nice and mushy and soft in my hand, and then go and suck the juice out of it. Of course, now I eat mango in any form. And today I'm going to tell you a story about a mango tree. It's one of my most favorite stories. You know, far away in the forest, once there was a tiny little plant. It had just a few leaves. It looked around and saw that all the trees were around him and they were very, very tall, sturdy, standing up high. And he was so small. He really wondered who he was. And he asked around, does anybody know who I am and why I am so small? I also want to be big like all of you. There was a tall mango tree right next to this little plant. The tall tree looked at the plant and said, you will grow to be nice and big, but in time. It's not going to happen suddenly. You tell me, all of you are little, no? First you'll have your first birthday, then second birthday, then third birthday, and slowly you'll grow to become big, isn't it? And then just like me and like your mamas, you will become auntie and uncle. But now you're small. And just like that, even the mango plant was small. But the mango plant was very eager to grow up. And it said, no, but I want to grow up very fast. I want to grow tall. I want to grow big like all of you. I also want to look up and far away what is there. The big tree laughed and said, not so soon. The sun will shine on you and the rain will fall on you. And slowly, from being a small plant, you will grow into a big tree. And then there's going to be a surprise for you. Surprise! Now the plant didn't want to wait. I can't wait for surprises. I want to grow now. The big tree only laughed and said, you can be impatient, but you will grow when you have to grow. How? When the sun will shine and the rain will fall on you, that's when you will grow. Slowly and steadily. And so the plant waited. It waited to grow. For many, many years, the sun shone and it rained. The soil soaked up all the water. The sun made the plant nice and strong and sturdy. And now it was no more a plant. It had grown into a tree just like all the trees around it. It felt very happy and proud. I'm also big and strong and sturdy and tall now. But now what? The big tree smiled and said, look around. Look around your branches and see the surprise. It's right there. And there, when the tree looked around, it saw little blossoms, white flowers, looking so precious. The tree was thrilled because now the tree had guests. Bumblebees and buzzing bees, grasshoppers and ants, and little flies. The tree felt very happy to have all of them. Once there was even a tiny beehive which was built by the bees. The tree always welcomed all the bees and said, come, take my sweet nectar and build your hive. As time passed, the flowers began to vanish. The tree became sad and said, I don't want the flowers to go because then I won't have guests. Big tree, you said the surprise will be there, but it's not lasting too long. The big tree said, you're not paying attention. Look carefully. Look around. And that's when the tree noticed that right on the branches where there were flowers, now were growing tiny green fruits. I'm a fruit tree. I'm a fruit tree. The tree was very excited and shook happily. And as it shook, some of the tiny green fruits started falling down like big drops of rain. And you know what? Along with those fruits came little boys. The little boys took small rocks and threw them at the tree, and they caught those little green mangoes and but khatta, it's so sour but it's so yummy. They took many of them and their mothers cut them up to make lovely pickles. And with that came the birds. And with the birds came little nests. The tree was very happy, and the tree said, so the insects went to bring in more guests. I'm so happy to have all these birds with me. The birds also enjoyed the fruit. They built little nests on the tree, and the babies grew on the tree. The tree was very happy. And now the season was slowly changing. It started to get very hot. The sun began to shine and people started wearing their hats. They started carrying umbrellas and they felt very thirsty. Sometimes people walking by would sit under the mango tree. The mango tree would feel so happy and it would swish and sway with the breeze and give some cool breeze to the people sitting under the tree. And when they felt the breeze, they would feel so nice. They would say, thank God this tree is here. And the mango tree felt very happy that he was there to provide shelter, shade, and such cool breeze to everyone. As time passed, it started getting hotter and hotter. One day, the tree felt that he was getting very heavy, like he was really bending down. He asked the big tree and said, what's happening to me? Am I going to fall? You're not going to fall. Look around and see. You're a grown big tree now, just like us. And that's when the tree noticed that right on top there was a yellow, golden, orange mango sitting right at the top of the tree. The tree felt like it was wearing a crown. It was a nice, juicy, ripe, goldenish yellow, ready to eat mango. Just then, the tree also realized there were many fruits laden on it. Fruit bats came to eat it. Monkeys, mango, they came to eat the fruit and they relished it. In time, the man who owned the orchard also came. And what did he do? He got some of his helpers and climbed on top of the tree. Do you know what they do with mangoes? A few people climb on the tree and some of them hold big long cloths from two sides as if it's a swing. And the man from top starts throwing the mangoes down. A few ripe and a few unripe. Some of them still green and some a little yellow. The man took it back to his house and separated them into ripe and unripe mangoes. The ripe mangoes were put in boxes to be sold in the market, and the unripe mangoes were put on a big pile of hay was stacked on top of it. In time, the fruit would ripen and it would really spread a wonderful sweet fragrance around it. And the tree was very, very happy. It said, wow, these fruits are going to be used by all these people. But then nobody will come to me now. The big tree laughed and said, no. He won't take away all your fruits. The fruit bats and the monkeys will still come to you and they will still enjoy the fruit. One morning, a little monkey came, climbed up on the tree. It was a baby monkey. Started pressing on each of the fruit to see which one was nice and juicy. It plucked one, the best of the lot, and then started sucked it and ate it up and then threw the rest down. The tree was very offended. You're throwing it down. Please don't throw it down. That's my fruit. Please take care of it. This is not the way. Don't throw it down. The big tree laughed and said, don't you worry. That's how the monkey is going to eat it. But it's thrown part of it down. The big tree said, not part of it. That's the seed. The monkey can't eat the seed at all. And when the tree looked down, it saw that now little ants and little insects were coming and licking and sucking whatever was left. In a couple of days, just a white seed was left on the ground. The tree felt very sad. Look at that. I'm lying down wasted. What am I going to do? And that's when the big tree told this one what had really happened. Do you know where you came from? Long back, a little boy came and ate a fruit off me. And he threw the seed. The seed grew into a plant and you met me. And now you're grown into a big tree. And now this monkey has thrown the seed down. And in time, the seed will get into the soil, sleep for a while, the sun will shine, and the rain will fall, and it will grow into a plant just like you did, and then into a big tall tree with many mangoes. And just like I had you as a friend, you will have another friend, and he'll have another and another and another and another, and in time to come, this place will be filled with mango trees. Wouldn't that be wonderful? The tree was thrilled. The tree was thrilled that there will be blossoms, there will be green mangoes and juicy fruit for everyone to enjoy, and so many more trees to chat with. He laughed and smiled and just felt so happy to be a mango tree. And that's how all of you get your mangoes in a box at home. I'm sure you enjoyed the story, didn't you? I loved telling it to you too. And if you were here with me, I would have blown you a kiss and given you a hug. I can still do it, even if I'm far, far away. And a tight hug from me, Vaishali. I'll be back with more stories. But before that, you'll have to tell me how you liked this one. Will you? I'll be waiting. Bye.